Once again, we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. The last game of this night is upon us, and it is I don't even know what I'm doing. Go ahead.
5th and 7th place.
That's it.
Yeah, semifinal between the Madison Trojans and the Decatur Eisenhower Panthers. The Trojans are 8-4. The Panthers are 6-4. Starting lineups for both teams, moving right along here, will be the same. For the road team on the scoreboard, the Trojans, it will be the same. As I already said, Walter Bursey, Jalen Moore, Giovanni Moore, D'Angelo Enlow Jr., and Teron Barnes. The starting lineup for Decatur Eisenhower will also be the same, as they will bring out R.J. Walker, Cam Rowe, Brylan Phillips, Karan Shelley, and not Samir Griffin. Molly Carson will be starting, I believe, for the Panthers, as PA announcer Chad Burgess finishes up for the Trojans. And we'll get set to introduce the Panthers here in just a moment.
And now the starting lineup for the Decatur Eisenhower Panthers.
We're going to move right along. Todd, what are your thoughts?
R.J. Walker is who you need to keep an eye on for Eisenhower. He knocked down 16 points in that win, or excuse me, in the loss against Collinsville, and those are pretty lofty numbers coming on the heel of a 65-40 loss to Collinsville. And for Madison, well, you're going to have to keep your eye on the Moore brothers. Giovanni Moore had 25 points in that loss earlier, and right behind him, not very much behind him, actually, Jalen Moore with 9. Actually, he's way far behind him.
Yeah. As the Moore brothers go, so go the Trojans. And as R.J. Walker goes, so goes the Panthers. But at any rate, starting laps are just about finished. Officials are ready. I'm ready. You're ready.
We're all ready.
I think everybody that is here is just about ready, and we're about ready for our jump.
Just to pass along the Rayshawn Taylor watch. He scored 30 points in that win for Collinsville, so he's now 65 points behind Bogey Redmond for the number 6 spot, and that puts him under 400 in his quest for number 1. 392 points away from Tom Parker.
Mm-hmm. Trojans will win the tip. They are in their green uniforms, and here comes Walter Bursey. Bursey with the ball at the top of the key will pass over to number 3. That is Giovanni Moore. Giovanni will drive the lane, pick a shot up, and make it. And another quick bucket for the Trojans. And here comes R.J. Walker. He will pass it over to number 3. That is Phillips. Phillips over to Rowe. Guarded by Jalen Moore. Will pass over to Phillips, guarded by Bursey. Bursey will poke at the ball, but Phillips will go up, miss, get his own rebound. Second effort will go up and be good. Here comes Bursey for the Trojans. Pass up to Giovanni Moore. He'll stop and take the easy 2-footer. Nice quick start to this game. Here comes Phillips. Phillips will drive the lane. Poked away by Bursey. Recovered by Phillips. He'll pass it back out to Walker for 3. No. Rebound will come out to Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore, and the Trojans will move quickly and travel. Referee took his time there in making his decision as to what to call. Could have called a couple of different things. And here come the Panthers. Panthers are in their white uniforms. Numbers are in black, trimmed in black and gold. Here is Phillips. Over to number 5. That is Shelley. Here's 24. Put it up, no good. Rebounded by 23. Barnes. Here comes Bursey. He'll pull behind the back dribble, drive on Phillips. Go for a shot, pass it out to Enlow. Offensive rebound to the Trojans. Back to Bursey. off the three. There to Jalen Moore. He'll back it out and wait. Looking to get it to Bursey. Bursey hounded by Shelley. And the Trojans will take their time over Giovanni Moore, the main cog in the engine that is this Trojans team. Pull up from 15-foot, good. Lead is 6-2 as we just now have 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Here is Rowe. Rowe over to Walker, guarded by Bursey. He'll back off almost to the timeline, and then pass it over to Shelley. Actually, no, that is not Phillips, and pass will bounce on the baseline, and it will be a turnover for the Panthers. And as rather quickly, we'll see Molly Carson come in for Samir Griffin, and here comes Bursey. He will collect the ball and bring the ball up as he has for pretty much all the Trojans' possessions so far. Pass will come over to Giovanni Moore over on the right wing. Get the screen from Barnes and drain a three-pointer. Giovanni Moore off to a quick start as he has all 9. And then a quick bucket for Molly Carson. The lead is 5 for the Trojans, and all 9 points provided by the man with the ball right now, Giovanni Moore. He'll pass it back out to Bursey at the top of the key, guarded by Shelley. He'll dribble the ball, sort of shake him off. Will drive into the lane, Euro step around, pass it off to Enlow, and he will put a shot up and good. 11-4 is the lead for the Trojans, and here comes Walker. Walker over to number 3, that is Phillips. Walker will have it out top, sort of just dribble the ball around and pass it over to Rowe. Rowe guarded by Moore, not his opposite number. Here's Shelley, not Phillips. Now Phillips, guarded by Jalen Moore. Kick out for 3. Front rim, no good. Rebound by Carson. Back out to Rowe. Rowe will take a 24-footer and no good. Rebound up by Phillips, and he'll lay it up and in. Cut the Trojans up by 5, and here comes Bursey. Bursey will pass it off to Barnes. Barnes off the dribble 3, no good. Come out to Jalen Moore. Jalen guarded by his opposite number, Cameron Rowe. He'll pass it over to Giovanni Moore. He'll wait, stop, put the ball on the floor now. Dribble the ball around, looking for an open man. It's hounded by Walker, and there is Walker. And a trip. Giovanni's a little confused about it as thinks Walker kind of tripped of his own accord. But no, that will be our first foul almost, as we are almost 4.5 minutes in. Here is Rowe. He will trigger the inbound down to Phillips. Phillips will post up Moore and throw a pass intended for someone else, but Walker will get it. Rebound to Moore. That is Jalen Moore. Pass it up to his brother. Brother pull up from 10 foot. No good. Rolls over. Enlow with the rebound. Blocked by Walker. Saved by Carson. Foul. And we'll see Giovanni Moore go to the free throw line. Foul will be on Shelley. That is his first, as we see Erwin Baker set to come in for the Trojans after this free throw. Here is Giovanni Moore. Dribble the ball. And first one, no good. We will see Erwin Baker come in for Enlow. And Maurice Baker sort of imitating the correct shooting. Oh, all right. Anyway, here is Giovanni Moore. He'll put it up and bounce around. No good. Rebound will come out to... nice effort there by Jalen Moore, and he'll sprint back and almost get a steal from his opposite number, Cameron Rowe. Here is Carson, hounded by Moore. Get it into Phillips. Phillips lost the ball and say it was tipped. Stay down here with Eisenhower. 3:10 to go. You'll see Rowe trigger the inbound for the Panthers. Pass it in, and kind of an easy layup there for R.J. Walker. He has that's his first bucket apparently. Here's Bursey. Bursey will dribble the ball around, pass it off to Baker. Baker will hand the ball off to, that is Giovanni Moore. Here is Jalen Moore. Pick up a screen from Barnes, pick up his dribble, and throw it into the backcourt. Coach Baker asking for a tip, nothing there, and it will be a turnover for the Trojans. See a handful of, and we'll have a timeout called by the Trojans. And we will go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in a minute.
Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into our broadcast here on the Kahoks Sports Network. Eisenhower will have the ball, 2:40 to go, down by 3. Here is Rowe. Rowe over to number 3, that's Phillips. There's Rowe in the corner for Carson. Carson will dribble the ball through and be fouled, I would think, by his opposite number, Turhan Barnes. Yes, he will. That is his first, just the second for the Trojans. See Molly Carson come in to shoot. Shot up and good. Mr. Carson went. He did not get to the free throw line in Eisenhower's loss to Collinsville earlier today. Carson's second. Up and no good. Rebound will come out to number 1. That is Eric Hurst into the game for the first time for the Trojans. Here is Erwin Baker. He will pick up his dribble, pass it over to Giovanni Moore. He will move nice behind the back move and go up and be fouled by, I think, Shelley. And yes, it will be. That is his second for the team. Giovanni with 9, looking to make it 10. And he will. We will see Tyler Wilson enter the game for the Panthers, and we'll see number 30, Denham Eastling, come in for the Trojans. One more shot for Giovanni Moore. He will dribble the ball twice, spin the ball around, dribble it once more, and make it. Lead is 4 as we are at 122 seconds left here in the first quarter. Panthers will go ahead and play catch against this 1-3-1 zone, looks like, from the Trojans. Pass out to Walker, over to Rowe. Rowe back to Walker. Go over into the corner for Wilson. Back to Rowe. Rowe will take a 25-footer. No good. Rebounded by Hurst, and he will throw it away. Taken by Walker. Hill, nice no-look pass over to Wilson. Back to Walker. Kind of put the ball down. No call. And he'll put the ball up and in. The lead is just 2 for Madison. 4 points for Walker. 1:21 to go, and the Trojans with the ball. Here is Baker. He will pass it over to, back to Baker, back to Eastling. Eastling will pass it over to Bursey. Bursey will put the ball on the floor, take 2 steps, and throw it up and in. Walter Bursey will with the bucket, and here is Phillips, guarded by Eastling. He'll drive the lane, put a shot up, and miss everything. Maybe hit a little bit of glass, and here comes the man himself, Giovanni Moore. He will go up. Nice move. Not quite there. Could have been called a foul, but there's a steal. Here comes Walker. He will go up and miss, and that will go off of Baker. Coach Baker a little frustrated with his players, going to just telling them to, take their time, talk to one another. Inbound pass for the Panthers, and that'll be an easy layup for Brian Phillips. That is his third bucket. He has 6 points, which I believe leads the Panthers. Here comes Bursey. He'll pass it over to Giovanni Moore, and it looks like the Trojans are going to go ahead and hold for one shot against this 1-2-2 zone look that Eisenhower has broken out upon occasion. Here is Eastling. Missed the volleyball line. Now over to the logo. He'll hand it over to Eastling. He'll pass it over, and ball will go out of bounds. Ooh. State Trojans basketball. The referee over on the baseline. And 3.7 seconds left. We'll have our inbounder pass the ball in. Pretty much have one look here. If you're Madison, eventually pass the ball into foul. All right. Well, that's another way of doing it. Coach Walker not happy. And foul will be on Cameron Rowe. That's his first, third for the Panthers. He's talking to his coach, trying to explain himself, gesturing in the general direction of the play. Eric Hurst at the free throw line. He will wait. Shot up, and no. Alrighty, 2.2 seconds left. If he makes this one, that will stretch the Trojan lead back to 3. And he will not. Rebound by Hurst up to Moore, and ring around, no good. After 1 quarter of play, Madison lead 15-13. Back in 60 seconds here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of K-Hawk Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go K-Hawks.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipStLouis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
And we welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here at Collinsville High School. Eisenhower will have the ball. Here is number 20 into the game. That is Jaquan Ratliff. Here's Rowe. Sort of just batted over to Carson. Layup by Rowe, no good. Rebounded by Baker. Baker will pass it over to Giovanni Moore. He will dribble the ball up, pass it over to Bursey. Bursey will think about the three, dump it into the post, and foul on the floor. Foul is on Jaquan Ratliff. That will be the fourth for the Panthers. 7.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. We'll have a brief stoppage, I think, as one of the Trojans players will tie his shoe. That is Giovanni Moore. They're all good there. And here's the inbound pass into Enlow, who's back into the game. Here's Bursey. Bursey will pass it into Moore. Moore in the corner. Pass it back out to Bursey, and he will hold the ball. Moore will come out and guard him a little tighter. Here's Eastling. Eastling over to Moore. Back to Eastling. Back to Moore. They'll pass it around for a while against this zone from the Panthers. Moore will hang on, pass it over to Bursey in the other corner. He'll pass it over, skip pass back to Eastling, and they'll play catch for a while. Here is Bursey. He'll hold the ball, sort of take his time. In no hurry are the Trojans. After all, they are up by 2 points. Get a little bit of a screen there from Baker. Here's Enlow from Moore. He will hold the ball back out to Bursey, and we'll repeat the process all over again. Pass out to Eastling in the corner. Back to Bursey. Back to Eastling. He'll shoot for 3. In and out, no good. Rebounded by Rowe. Here comes Walker. Walker will pass it and tipped and taken away by the Trojans. Here comes Moore. Pull up and be fouled. They're going to say Brian Phillips got a little bit of arm, which it looks like he did. That'll be his that will be his first, 5th for the Panthers. We will have a little bit of discussion here as officials are talking to each other for something. I think it has something to do with the possession arrow. Substitute in for the Trojans. See Jalen Moore come in for Eastling, and I think Coach Baker asking if that was a shooting foul, and appears it was not. So Jalen Moore will inbound to Enlow, and it's knocked away by Ratliff. He will hold on and then pass it over to Phillips. Yeah, there you go. There you go, Zach. Back to Carson, who will take it at the intersection of the volleyball lines. Pass it over to Walker. Walker to Ratliff, to Rowe, to Phillips, guarded by his opposite number Moore. Pass out to Ratliff. He'll take an 8-footer and drain it. We are tied for the first time in quite a while. Here comes Walter Bursey for the Trojans. He will pass it over to Baker, guarded in his face by Ratliff. Here's Jalen Moore back to Baker. Baker will dribble the ball around. Here we go. Pick his dribble up, looking for something. Pass it over to Bursey. Bursey to Giovanni Moore. He'll get a screen from Enlow. Pass it off to that fellow who drains it. And that fellow was his brother. Jalen hits the 3, and here comes R.J. Walker. He's guarded by Bursey. Over in the left corner, or right corner from their point of view, here is Rowe. He'll pass it in to Phillips, guarded by Giovanni Moore. Nice spin move. Ooh, did everything but make the shot, and have a scrum for the ball, and eventually it will wind up Trojan basketball. No foul, no jump ball, no call at all. Moore will go up, and now we have a foul called. Eisenhower fans not too happy about it, but foul will be on Ratliff, and that is his second. We will see another substitute come in for the Trojans. That is Barnes. 18-15 in favor of Madison. 4:43 to go. And here's the pass in. Come out to Bursey. Shot up for 3. Bang! Giovanni Moore. He's a pretty good player. Here comes Walker. Trojans up 6. Walker will pick it up, pass it, and throw it over Rowe's head and off the referee, but the referee is pretty much out of bounds. And you'll see Samir Griffin come in for Ratliff. And the pass will come into Bursey. Bursey will dribble the ball up into the front court and pass it over to Moore, and back to Bursey, back to the other Moore, back to that Moore for 3. Good. After a quick run here by the Trojans, after the Panthers managed to come back and tie it, And, ooh, near steal. Here comes Walker. He'll pass it out to somebody, and Carson will make a nice move and do everything. Ball do everything but go in. And here comes Bursey. Pass by Bursey. Ooh, good pass. Get it into Erwin Baker, and that is his, I believe, his first bucket, and Coach Baker will call timeout. Lead is 11 for the Trojans. Back in 60 seconds here on the K-Hawk Sports Network.
The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and, of course, the Collinsville K-Hawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a K-Hawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
Did you know that over 20 scientific studies support the benefits of recovering from strenuous exercise with the quality protein and nutrients found in chocolate milk? Train like an athlete and recover like a champion with Prairie Farms chocolate milk. For more information, visit prairiefarms.com. Here we are now back in Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. It will be Eisenhower basketball. And here comes R.J. Walker. He'll pass it over to Cameron Rowe. He'll dribble it, take an elbow jumper, roll around, no good. And Rowe's going to pick up a foul as Giovanni Moore went up for the rebound, and Moore kind of hacked him as Moore was coming down. That is the 7th team foul for Eisenhower. That's his second. And, the Trojans are in the bonus. Referees didn't think about it for a second, and I didn't think about it for a second. Nevertheless, here is Giovanni Moore. First one is good.
Free throws good for Moore.
Moore with angle's even worse from this spot. 13, I believe. He will dribble it again, look to make it 14, which he will.
Free throws also good for Giovanni Moore.
He has half of the Trojans' points, so 28 for those of you who are not mathematically inclined. And here is number 12. That is Shaq Green into the game for the first time for the Panthers. Here's Phillips in the high post. He'll back down Baker. Shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound. Shot up, and high off the glass. Get the deuce and the abuse. Foul will be on Erwin Baker. That's his first third for the Trojans. Here is Phillips. And there we go. Lead back down to 10 for the Trojans. 3:10 to go in this first half. Here's Bursey. Bursey. Pass it over to someone, that is Giovanni Moore, take an elbow, 15-footer. And he has 15 or 21. What? Holy cow. Have a game, Mr. Moore. Holy cow. All righty, here's Green. He'll pass it over to Carson. Over to Walker. He'll dribble it out over there, almost to the half line. Screen, crossover, kick it back out near travel. Here's Carson, and missed just about everything. Go off of Green, and will go to the team wearing green, the Madison Trojans. 30-18 in favor of the Trojans. 2:25 to go. Here is Bursey. Bursey, look. And we have an illegal screen. Baker throwing his hands up. Doesn't much like the call, but such it is. And that is his second, as D'Angelo Enlow will re-enter for Baker. And it will be Eisenhower basketball. Here comes Walker. Walker will pass it over to Green, back to Carson. Will survey things, hold the ball for a minute, put the ball back on the floor. Here is Walker. Walker, there we go, passing into Phillips, the high post. He'll back down Barnes, rebound up and good by Shaq Green. And the lead is 10 for the Trojans. Here comes Bursey. A number of subs set to come in for Madison and one for Eisenhower. Pass to, I think that is Giovanni Moore. No, that is his brother. Here's a near foul and near travel, near backcourt. No call at all. Somehow or another, the Trojans will keep possession. Giovanni Moore will hold it on the Prairie Farms logo, pass it out to Bursey. Bursey will dribble the ball, kick it back out to, I think that's Jalen for three. No, missed everything. And count the bucket for Teron Barnes. That is, I believe, no, that is his first bucket. Fouls on Shaq Green. And we will see Croncelli come in for Eisenhower. And Rashad Borney come in for the Trojans. And I guess that's it. There you go. Now Shelley will officially check in. Borney will just sit there in front of the scorer's table and not really paying any attention. We'll look back at something that Coach Baker is saying. Here is Barnes. Dribble the ball 4 times. And miss. Just hit inside of the rim. A little too much on it. Here is Cameron Rowe. He's guarded by Jalen Moore, his opposite number. He will pass it into Walker. Walker will hold the ball. Dribble the ball a little bit. Pass it over to Rowe. Rowe over there on the wing will come and try and get a screen from Phillips. Good switch there by Barnes. Over to Green. Green by Giovanni Moore. He'll pass it over to Shelley, who just came back into the game a minute ago. And here is Walker. He will go behind the back dribble, save it. Kind of go for a circular layup, hit the bottom of the rim, hit the bottom of the backboard. And that will be Trojan basketball. Here is Bursey. And took one too many steps before passing out to Jalen Moore. And we will see Rashad Borney come in. And number 1, Eric Hurst, re-entering. 35.7 seconds to go here in the first half. The lead is 12 for the Trojans. And here comes Cameron Rowe. Cameron Rowe with no points and 2 fouls. Here, Eric Hurst will come out and guard him, and he'll pass it off to Walker. Walker, well, Bursey will wait there for him. 18 seconds and counting. Walker will dribble the ball up a little bit. He'll wait. His teammates will wait. And here we go. Pass into Rowe. Rowe, guarded by Hurst. He'll look. Pass it to Walker. Lost it a little bit. Bursey went for it and missed it. Go up and nothing there. Green will go up and jump ball with 0.3 of a second left. So that's basically a turnover. 0.3 of a second left. And so I think Madison will just go ahead and take it to the half, which they will. Just toss it back to the ref. And that'll be all for the first half. 32-20 in favor of the Trojans. Back in a few minutes with halftime stats and maybe an update from the Oakville-Rockford East game, which is going on over in the auxiliary gym. Back in a few here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Everyone has those projects around the house that you just don't want to do. AW Outdoor Solutions can take care of that for you. Former Collinsville High School graduate Adam Welly owns AW Outdoor Solutions, and he and his crew can handle all of the dirty work around your home or business, whether that's tree trimming and maintenance, brush removal, power washing, gutter cleaning, and leaf raking and removal. AW Outdoor Solutions can handle that and much more. AW Outdoor Solutions is fully insured and offers free estimates on all of their work. AW Outdoor Solutions. Call Adam Welly at 314-252-8010 or on Facebook at AW Outdoor Solutions. The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KHOKSports.com and the KHOK Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the KHOK Sports Network and KHOKSports.com.
And we welcome you back into the Cafe Agape halftime show here for game number 8 of the day for us and game number 16 of the tournament between the Eisenhower Panthers and the Madison Trojans. It is halftime, and the Trojans lead 32-20. After one quarter of play, it was 15-13 in favor of Madison. Second quarter was won by the Trojans 17-7, giving you the margin we have now. The leading scorer by a pretty significant margin is Giovanni Moore for Madison. He has 21 points. Apart from that, 3 for his brother Jalen, and then 2 for Bursey, Enlow, Barnes, and Baker. For Eisenhower, their leading scorer is Brylan Phillips. He has 9. R.J. Walker has 4. 3 for Molly Carson, and 2 each for Shaq Green and Jaquan Ratliff. Turnovers, we have 8 for Madison and 4 for Eisenhower. Rebounding battle is won by the Trojans 18-12. Although I will say that Eisenhower, of those 12, 8 are offensive. From the lines, Madison 4 of 9, all 4 makes coming from, you guessed it, Giovanni Moore. And Eisenhower are 2 of 2, 1 each for Brylan Phillips and Molly Carson. The largest lead for a team so far is Madison, led by 13, and they have led for, well, for all intents and purposes, the entire game, as Eisenhower are back out here trying to get some warm-up shots in. A little bit of the breakdown of some of those points. Points off turnovers, despite that being in favor of Eisenhower, are dead even. 9 each. Eisenhower have 11 second chance points. Madison have 4. And Madison have 4 off of a fast break. And Eisenhower have 2. Overall, in terms of total field goals, Madison are 12 of 20, which is 60%. Trying to do math here, ladies and gentlemen. It is quite late, and I'm quite tired. Eisenhower were 9 of 28, which comes out to 32.1%. And that is about all we have for you. We will look quickly and see if we have anything from the Rockford East Oakville game. And looking here in just a moment. And somehow they're in the fourth quarter already.
Oh, yeah, well,
yeah, all right. Yeah. With The lead for Rockford East going into the fourth quarter, 54-36 over the Oakville Tigers. The winner of that game will play Granite City for 13th at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Yeah, Monday, not tomorrow. Don't come here tomorrow. Nobody will be here. I won't. Todd Duke won't. Nobody will be. Monday, and then the loser will play Decatur MacArthur at 12. That's about all we have for you. We'll be back here in a couple minutes for second half action here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current one? Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now. Trust the Blaylock team of Keller Williams Marquis to help you find the perfect home or to help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at 618-780-4622 or visit them online at blaylockteam.com or on Facebook at the Blaylock Team.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune has now added Collinsville to their coverage area this year, including coverage of City Hall, happenings in Collinsville, as well as coverage of the Unit 10 schools and the Collinsville Kahoks, plus more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper that is published every Thursday and has been reporting news and sports in Madison County for over 30 years. Subscriptions are only $32 for an entire year, delivered to your home and the online edition. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at www.timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Troy Times-Tribune. Sloan's Pub House in Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House is now into their third year of operation on Main Street in Uptown Collinsville. Sloan's Pub House offers daily lunch and dinner specials that feature homemade pizza, burgers, sandwiches, salads, and more. Sloan's Pub House offers a great variety of craft libations for you adults, as well as a great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays. Sloan's Pub House, 119 West Main Street in Collinsville. Give them a call at 618-855-9100 or online at sloanspubhouse.com.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Do we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
And we welcome you back into Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium here on the campus of Collinsville High School. Second half set to start between Eisenhower and Madison. Eisenhower will have the basketball. Pass will come to Cameron Rowe on the Kahawk logo. He'll pass it over and back to Moore and over to Phillips, who will drive baseline, kick it out to Walker for three. Went over the backboard. No, so that is out of bounds, or considered to be, and so Madison will have the ball. Pass will come into Walter Bursey as the Panthers come out in a 1-2-2 zone press. Near foul there, and turnover will be forced. Ball went out of bounds there, and it will go right back to the Panthers. Here is Cameron Rowe. He will bring the ball up and pass it over to R.J. Walker. He'll pass it back to Moore and tipped and not quite saved by Walter Bursey. 37 seconds have elapsed. And here we go. Panthers and Rowe specifically dribble it up at the top. He'll pass it over to Walker on the wing. Skip pass, hauled in by Phillips. He will pass it back out to Rowe, back to Phillips in the corners. He'll drive baseline and step on the baseline. Turnover there. Eisenhower had 4 in the first half, and I believe that's 2 or 3 here already, just 54 seconds in. Here comes Walter Bursey. He will pass it over to Jalen Moore. He will pass it over to, well, nobody. Looked like that went off of Ratliff, but referee saw otherwise, and so it will be a turnover. I believe this is the 10th for Madison. And now the Trojans will come out in a 1-3-1. Nice pass into Walker, who kind of butchered it, and the other one a little bit too long, and he'll come up and finally put the ball into the basket. Walker with 6 points, and pass will come in and near foul, but turnover anyway. Here come the Panthers again. Here is Phillips. He'll go up and take the layup. Lead back down to 8 now for the Trojans, and sort of this pressure giving the Trojans a little bit of fits. And Coach Baker not happy, and he will call a 60-second timeout. Back in a minute on the Kahoks Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KHawkSports.com and the Kahoks Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org. Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
We welcome you back in as Madison will have the ball. Here is Bursey. He'll pass it over to Giovanni Moore. Kind of a quiet start. He will go up and look for a foul, not get it. Scramble for the basketball, controlled by the Panthers and Cameron Rowe. He will take a shot, miss it, go and get his own rebound. And here is Walker. Walker will back it out and dribble the ball. And he will cross over and go up and make it. And have a stoppage of play here for just a second. Excuse me, as one of the Madison players tying his shoe, and that is Giovanni Moore. Inbound pass will come in. Some man-to-man pressure being applied now by the Panthers. Madison will break it fairly easily. Here is Jalen Moore. He will pass it over to Erwin Baker into the game and bounce it off the leg of Rowe. Rowe will come up and count it. R.J. Walker with the bucket and the bruise. He has 10 points, and the lead for Madison is back down to 4. Denham Eastling will come in for, I think that's Baker. Yeah, 8-0 run for Eisenhower. And here is Walker looking to cut the lead to 3 and add to his own point total as well. He will do neither of those things. Rebound will eventually come to Madison. Here's Giovanni Moore, get it across the timeline. Here's Bursey. Bursey got bumped, no call. Bursey will dribble the ball on the logo and pass it over to Moore. Back to Bursey, will sort of hold the ball at his hip, dribble the ball around a little bit, and pass it back to Moore. Almost a little too far away for him, had to kind of lunge a little bit to go get that one. Here is Moore, he'll pass it back to Eastling, guarded ferociously by Ratliff, back to Moore. Tipped, here's Bursey, he'll go up and count it. Yeah, first basket of the half for Madison. Here we are now, nearly halfway through this third quarter. This third quarter is flown by, knock on wood. And here is Bursey looking to convert the N1, and he will. Lead back out to 7 for the Trojans. And here comes Eisenhower. Here is Rowe. Dribble the ball over on the left side. Look to drive baseline. Ooh. Put Jalen Moore on skates, but missed it. Knocked away. Out of bounds by Walker, and the Trojans will have possession. 4:12 to go here in this third quarter. Eastling will inbound to Bursey. Bursey will dribble the ball and pass to Eastling, who will make his way across the timeline. Here's Bursey. Nice move. How about that? I mean, he'll take it. And here comes Phillips for Eisenhower. He will drive the lane, kick it out to Walker. Walker will drive baseline, get stopped, kind of throw up a shot over the basket. Didn't hit anything. No call at all. Kind of a scrum, and eventually we will have a foul called on Madison. Specifically, Denham Eastling. And that is his first. You'll see D'Angelo Enlow come in for the Trojans, who currently possess a 9-point lead. Pass in, and a little bit of continuation there as Jalen Moore kind of went up and blocked it after the whistle. But at any rate, turnover, and it will be Trojans basketball. 3:26 to go. 37-28 is our score. Here is Bursey, who will pass it into, blocked by Shelley, who came back in. Eastling will sail into the stands just a little bit, pass up to Walker, and have a rather hard foul committed by Jalen Moore. And you're going to see Barnes re-enter for Madison. Timeout called. Full timeout by Eisenhower. Back in a minute.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahawk alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
And we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. RJ Walker will be at the free throw line for one shot, I think. I'll get everybody set up. And RJ will take that one shot. And it will be good.
Free throws good for Walker.
Or I guess that was a shooting foul, so there was 2. So he will shoot another one and make it. Deficit back down to 7. 3:10 to go here in the third quarter. 37-30 in favor of Madison. Here's the pass into Eastling. Nice tip pass over to Moore. Got bumped pretty hard, no call, but the bucket is good anyway. I believe that is his first bucket of the second half. He has 23 points now. Here is Kron Shelley for the Panthers. He will pass it into Phillips. Phillips in the high post area, sort of dribble the ball, pass it back out to Rowe. Rowe will dribble it around towards the top of the key. And he'll survey some things, pass it over to Shelley. Shelley will pass it to Walker. And now to Phillips, who will drive the lane, put a layup up, and no good. Rebounded by Jalen Moore. And he will keep going and sort of walk a little bit, but commit a charging foul. The 4th of the second half for the Trojans, and his first. Eisenhower will dribble the ball up, and the man that's been doing that for most of it, Cameron Rowe, will do it once again. He'll pass it to Walker, who will pass it to Shelley. Shelley surveying things, will drive the lane, get blocked. How about that from Giovanni Moore? And knocked away by Walker, and managed to get that off of, I guess, Giovanni Moore's foot. Oh, okay, never mind, yeah. He pointed away from our location, but yes, it will be Madison basketball. Here comes Bursey. He will pass it up to Jalen Moore. Jalen Moore will hold it. Bounce pass over to, that is Bursey. Yeah, he will hold it, guarded by Rowe. And here is Jalen Moore, who will take a nice little move, tap out, but taken by Shelley. He'll pass it up to Walker. Walker will, blocking foul. Want to make his way around Giovanni Moore, but Giovanni Moore was in the way. That is a foul on him. That is his 3rd. And we will see RJ Walker go to the free throw line once again. He did not go, as I said already, in the first half, and will make it. I believe he is 3 for 3 or something to that effect. And we'll see Tyler Wilson come in. 97 seconds here left in this third quarter. Trojans up by 8. Walker's second is in and out, no good. Rebound will come to Jalen Moore. He will pass it to Bursey, and he will bring the ball up. Here is Moore. He'll pass it to the other Moore. He will throw it up, no good. Bounce around for a minute, and eventually come down to Eastling, and we have a foul that will be called on Walker. Or, no, it will not. It will be called on Shelley. That is his 3rd. Inbound will come from Jalen Moore down underneath of our location. He will pass it all the way out to Bursey, who will dump it in eventually to Enlow. Foul, no bucket. Foul is on Jaquan Ratliff, and that is his 4th. And we will see someone come in to replace him. Can't quite see his number from here. Number 21. At any rate, Enlow, good. And 21. KJ Bond. He did not play against Collinsville. 6'2" sophomore. And here is Enlow's second. Will roll in and out. Rebounded by Shelley, he will pass it up to Rowe. Rowe driving along, go for a nice little layup and fall. Nice move there by Cameron Rowe, and I believe. Yes, that is his first. That is his first bucket of the game. And here is Jalen Moore. He'll pass it back to his brother. He'll pass it over to Eastling in the corner for three. Good.
3 points.
Denham Eastling with a big three-pointer. Madison lead by 10. 30 seconds to go. Eisenhower with the basketball. Here is Walker. He'll pass it to Rowe. No reason to assume that Eisenhower won't hold for one shot. Dribble the ball back out. 17 seconds left. Rowe inching closer and closer to that timeline. Pass it out. Back out to Shelley. He'll pass it back out to Moore, and he'll slip and fall. 6.9 seconds left. We'll see Molly Carson come in and give R.J. Walker a little bit of a breather. I don't think he's seen the bench over the course of this game, so I guess he needed to rest eventually. Here is Bursey. He'll drive, pass it out to nobody in particular, and that'll be all. After 3 quarters of play, Trojans lead by 10. Back in 60 seconds here on the Kahoks Sports Network. Oh, sorry. And we welcome everyone back in to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. We do have a final score from that game in the auxiliary gym. Game was won by Rockford East by a score of 66-53. The E-Rabs will play Granite City tomorrow for 13th place, and the Tigers will play Decatur MacArthur for 15th place. Back to the game that we are here watching, and here are the Trojans. And we have an illegal screen called on Enlow. That is his first 6th for the Trojans, so the Panthers will be in the bonus. And here is R.J. Walker. He will bounce the ball, sort of survey things back at first half court. Will pass it into, will come out to Carson, eventually make its way back out to Rowe, who will take a running 8-footer and drain it. Pretty nice move there for the Eisenhower guard. And here comes Walter Bursey. Bursey will go, get a screen from Enlow, drive the lane, throw something up, and miss. Here comes Brylan Phillips. He will move. Nice pass over to Walker. Shot up and good. R.J. Walker with 15 points, and the lead is back down to 6. Quick little 4-0 or maybe 6-2 run for Eisenhower. And here is, well,
Coming back in the game for Madison, number 23, Turhan Barnes.
well, ball out of bounds, and will come out to Giovanni Moore. Pass into Bursey. He will throw it out of bounds. Eisenhower bench and the handful of Eisenhower fans in attendance here tonight will make their presence felt. Here is not RJ Walker. Now RJ Walker has the ball. 6.5 minutes to go. Panthers down by 6. Pass will come in, and an easy layup there for Brylan Phillips. And the lead all of a sudden is just 4 points for Madison. Here comes Bursey. He'll pass it in to Enlow, and Enlow will a little bit of counter punch basketball, if you will. And here is RJ Walker. He will dribble the ball, pass it over to Rowe. Rowe will survey things from the left wing, pass it out to Walker. We'll take a deep three and drain it. RJ Walker was 0 of 2 from the three-point line, and I can't recall him hitting one here in the second half. And a little bit of, that is not a good sign. I don't know, Walter Bursey kind of on the middle of the floor here, sort of, I think it'll be the same thing that happened to Rayshawn Taylor, I hope, is Amanda Bauer and the various coaches. We'll be back in a minute here. Let's see.
Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, the newest in online auctioning. Go to ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's HIBid.com to check out what's up for bid in the next auction. Ogle Auctions deals with everyday items like board games, t-shirts, and more, to collectibles, whether that is a vehicle, vinyl records, or vintage toys. Or how about a trolley car? And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more items. Check out their next online auction at ogleauctionshighbid.com. That's ogleauctionshibid.com. Or call Kim Ogle today at 618-980-4530.
And we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. It appears that Walter Bursey has just suffered a simple leg cramp. However, it will be Eisenhower basketball. Here is Cameron Rowe. He will, nice spin move, and will kick it back out to Shelley for 3. A little short. Rebound by, and stolen away. Here is Walker, or not Walker, excuse me. Back out to Rowe. There's Walker for 3. No. Big rebound there by D'Angelo Enlow, and legs will get tangled up, and we have a foul on Walker, I believe. It's Coach Baker kind of venting his frustrations with his players there. Foul is the first on Walker, and it will be Madison basketball. 5:07 to go here in this last game of the day. And we have a foul called there as Walter Bursey set to come back in for the Trojans, having recovered from his leg cramp. Now, foul will be the second on Phillips. That is the 5th for the Panthers, and we will see Giovanni Moore, who maybe, if he makes these both, will have 25 of Madison's 47 points. 5 minutes exactly left to go. We'll see Bursey officially come back in. Does not appear to be too bothered by that cramp at all. And Giovanni Moore will look to shoot his second free throw, which will not go in. And, well, attempted to be saved there by Karan Shelley, but he will throw it out of bounds to a fellow there sitting in the front row. But it will be Madison basketball. Here's Moore. He will inbound into Bursey, guarded by Rowe. He will dribble the ball over onto the right wing for them, pass it into Baker, and will be misdirected and will come to Eisenhower. Here comes Phillips. He will dribble and then back it out a little bit, survey things with a 4-point deficit to overcome still as of yet. We'll hand it off to Cameron Rowe. He will hold the ball and then dump it into Shelley, who will pass it over to Carson, who will Eventually will come out to Phillips, who will travel. Coach Walker probably looking for a foul a little bit there, and he's a little bit of, Anyhow, here is Erwin Baker for the Trojans. He will inbound into Giovanni Moore, and he will wait for his teammates to run by and dribble the ball up of his own accord as we approach 4 minutes to go. 46-42 in favor of the Trojans, and we'll have the pass go into Enlow, who will make a nice move and do everything but make it, but Jalen Moore will be there to pick up the scraps, and the lead will be back out to 6 for the Trojans. Here is Walker, nearly fouled, and this time he is fouled. I believe that will be on Enlow. Yes. That is his fourth.
Personal foul. 17th foul. R.J. Walker going to the line for 1-1.
R.J. Walker will go to the line for 1-1, as PA announcer Chad Burgess just said, looking to add on to his 13 points, or not, as he will miss. Ball rebounded by Giovanni Moore, and he will be guarded by Phillips, who will dump it off and be stolen away by Carson. His layup there for R.J. Walker will be up and good, and he has 20. It is Phillips that has 13, looking at the wrong person. Anyway, here is Walter Bursey. He will motion his teammates around, get a screen from, well, somebody, and dribble it over to Giovanni Moore, who will drive the lane, go up, get bumped, no call, rebounded by Carson. Here comes R.J. Walker, 3 minutes to go, down just 4, and he will drive the lane, pass out to Shelley for 3. Didn't look bad, rebound by Rowe, he will dump it into Walker, and he will be fouled. And that will be on Baker, and that is his 5th. And we will see Turhan Barnes come back in.
Number 23, Turhan Barnes coming back in for the Trojans.
And we will see R.J. Walker
Will be at the line for 2 shots.
will shoot 2, as that was a shooting foul.
Shoot somebody down there.
Shot up is good. Yeah, alrighty. 3-point lead for Madison with 2:48 to go. Shot up and good. Deficit is just 2, and Eisenhower will call a 60-second timeout. We will be back in about that same amount of time here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside All-Star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 in Collinsville or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
If it does, we will be here until midnight. And we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. I am Zach Roseman. Todd Duke is on the camera and running the scoreboard. As you can see, we have flip-flopped rolls. And once everything gets situated here, it will be Trojan basketball. Up just 2 after being up by as many as 13 at one point, actually, earlier in this game. Here's Bursey, guarded very closely by Cameron Rowe, and he will come up and get a screen from Barnes and get tripped by Rowe.
Panthers foul number 2, Cam Rowe.
And that will be his 3rd, the 6th for Eisenhower, so another foul for the Panthers. Both teams will be shooting the 1-and-1. Inbound will come in to Bursey, and he will pass it off to Giovanni Moore, who will get a screen from Enlow. And here's Giovanni Moore, take a 6-foot fadeaway jumper and bring up 50 for Madison, of which he has 26. Yes. Here is Eisenhower with the basketball, and there is Brylan Phillips, who will dribble the ball around, drive it into the lane, behind the back pass that got deflected, and turnover. Just under 2 minutes to go here as Madison are up by 4, looking to increase that lead and put this game out of reach and send us all home. Here is Jalen Moore, who will put up a shot, no good, and jump ball. Possession arrow will be in favor of Eisenhower. Coach Baker not very happy about it, asking for a foul, but will not be granted. At any rate, here is Cameron Rowe. He will pass it over to Walker. Walker back to Rowe, guarded by Moore. That's Jalen Moore, and will throw up a shot and put it in. 80 seconds left here in this game, or at least this period, as foul or timeout. 30-second timeout, Madison. Back in that amount of time here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
And we welcome you back to Virgil Fletcher Gymnasium. I am Zach Roseman. There are 76 seconds left in this fourth quarter, and the Madison Trojans have the ball and the 2-point lead. Here is Walter Bursey. He is guarded incredibly closely, but he will escape the 5-second call and try and run some more clock. As we come down to the final minute of regulation, he will pass it off to Enlow, who will put it up and in, collect his, and he has 7 points, so a decent showing for him. Here is Walker. He will pass it out to Rowe, who will take a quick 3, back iron, no good, rebounded by Jalen Moore. 37 seconds and counting, and that, well, at this rate, and we'll have a foul here eventually. Yes. 31.6 seconds specifically left, and the foul will be on Brylan Phillips, and that is his third. I thought he had more than that. But I am wrong. I have been wrong before. I will be wrong again. I am wrong in this instance. Here is Giovanni Moore, having had a very good game, but a little bit quieter of a second half, as he will shoot 1-and-1. First one up and good. Lead back out to 5 for Madison, as he now has 27 points, so a good showing for him. He will wait, dribble it one more time, and then make it. Still a 2-possession game, so Eisenhower are not completely out of it, but they're running out of time with just 26 seconds left. Here is Phillips. Phillips will drive the lane, go up, and make the layup. More and more time running off, as 54-50 is now the score, and there's a foul, and that'll be on Phillips again. That will be his 4th.
Panthers foul number 3, Brylan Phillips, his 4th personal foul, 18th foul. Coming in for the Trojans, number 1, Eric Hurst Jr., and number 30, Devin Eastling.
Hurst and Eastling will re-enter the game for the Trojans, and we will see Giovanni Moore shoot one, maybe two more. And if he makes them both, will reach the 30-point plateau. First one is good. We'll see the results of the second one together here right about now. And it's front iron, no good. Here comes Phillips. He will drive the lane and take an easy layup, count it, and the foul. And immediately after that, we'll have a timeout called by Coach Walker. And officials will get together and foul is on Hurst at any rate, and we're going to have a little bit of confusion here. I don't know if we're going to shoot the free throw and then have the timeout. Looks like that's what we're going to do. See Brian Phillips at the line with 8.2 seconds to go, and now Madison will take the time to re-enter Barnes and Enlow. The lead is 3, and we have one shot for Phillips. Phillips will make it. And now Coach Walker will call that timeout. 30. Back in that amount here on the Kahoks Sports Network.
The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KHawkSports.com and the Kahoks Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
And we are back. 8 seconds left. Madison with the ball and the 2-point lead. The inbound will look here in a minute, and they will do so into Enlow, and there will be a quick touch foul and a little bit of a shove there from Molly Carson. But that should just outdo it. That will be Carson's first, but Enlow will be at the line for 1-1 as Denham Eastling will re-enter. Here we go. Here is Enlow. He will dribble the ball and drain it. Lead is back up to 3 for the Trojans as Enlow now has 8 points. And if he makes the second one, then you can pretty much call this pig done. Shot up and off the front iron, no good. And well, knock a little bit of time off. Ball will belong to the Panthers with 4.6 seconds to go, but a chance to tie the game if they're able to answer a prayer. Half-court heave. That's off. That will be all. Madison will win 56-53. And that is it. That will be the last game for today. And we now have about, 32.
We have a lot of hours off in the meantime.
32 hours or so till Monday afternoon at noon.
First game is at noon between O'Fallon and
Decatur Eisenhower.
And then the 1:30 game will be between Belleville East and Madison after Madison wins this game by a score of 56-53. I'm just saying all this out loud so I can write it down on my bracket. So that's going to do it for us from here. Boy, we've had a fun day today, haven't we?
Yeah, had a number of good games. Another long day, but not quite today yet. although it will be today soon.
Very soon.
Yeah.
And Collinsville back in the championship game for the third year in a row, so we'll look forward to that Monday. In the meantime, we're going to look forward to some time off. A big thank you over here to Zach Roseman, Dr. Chris McCluskey, and his daughter Kendall for filling in and playing a little camera person earlier today. And my name is Todd Duke, and until Monday afternoon, right before the noon hour, well, everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend, what's left of it, and we'll talk to you on Monday.